It was a sunrise of fire. And the memory still burns. These sizzling seas sent the United States into World War II, half a century ago this year. Before the day bled away, 110,000 people were arrested in America for what another country did. They were plucked from homes and businesses and penned behind barbed wire. Most looked like the Japanese who attacked Pearl Harbor. But in Hawaii, they rounded up Italian Americans too.
This man came down, showed me a badge. Says, Joe, I gotta take you down to immigration to check your papers. I says to him, wait 5 minutes, I'll make a sandwich for my daughter, for myself. He says, no, I don't have to do that because you'll be back here in 15 minutes.
Joe Pacific was gone 4 months.
And I left my daughter alone in that house, all alone. She was there for 3 days, alone.
Alfred Price and his wife Yana were picked up in the first long breath after the bombs.
We went and were brought down in a darkened city at snake pace, dead silent, interrupted by shots from time to time.
Honolulu Immigration Headquarters. They thought they were needed as translators, Austrians who could speak several languages.
And she was taken away, and I never saw her for a long time. And I felt a cold, sharp object in my back, and say, go ahead now. Until I came to a steel ladder, a stairway, and he pushed me up with a bayonet. I opened the door myself and found little glowing spots in all different heights. And these were bunk rooms. And there were people on all layers of the bunks, and they were smoking cigarettes.
The former conductor of the Honolulu Symphony was there. So were most of the chefs of Hawaii's great hotels. Even a Jew from Vienna who had escaped a Nazi concentration camp.
I thought it was a rather unjust thing that first the Germans would intern me, then the Belgians would intern me, and now the Americans doing it too. What did I do?
Otto Orenstein had the misfortune of speaking with a German accent.
A man in uniform demanded that we empty our pockets again. He even took our wedding rings away because he was afraid we would use them to bribe somebody.
Alfred Price was a newlywed.
When they took the wedding ring away from me, I broke down because what went in my mind, not even Nazis would have done that.
And right over there is where the immigration station is.
Only a few are left who can tell the story.
The camp was
An address list
there.
of long-forgotten names.
Barbed wire.
They were herded onto Sand Island in the harbor across from Honolulu, with immigrants from Finland and Norway as well.
Cots without mattresses, mud on the ground. So we lied on the cots, and the cots started to sink and sink and sink and sink. We virtually, the first many nights, slept on the mud.
The camp got so crowded, some people were sent to detention centers on the mainland. When they pointed out that few other Austrian Americans or Italian Americans were being held, they were released. But soldiers met them at the gate, transported them back to Hawaii, and locked them up again. During the war, the islands were under military rule, and it was all perfectly legal.
From Sand Island, I could see my house.
By the time Joe Pacific was released, someone had stolen all the shoes in his store.
So close and so far.
Alfred Price could not find work as an architect. The Orensteins lost their home. Did anyone ever apologize?
No, nobody paid me $20,000 either.
as the government did for Japanese Americans who were sent to such camps. Yet these three, with hearts shot full of pain, continue to love America. Price, in particular, set out to reclaim his patriotism.
Awe-inspiring.
Not far from his island prison, he offered a simple tribute to those who fell at Pearl Harbor.
It's been a real inspiration.
He is the architect who designed the USS Arizona Memorial.
I just wanted to tell you how much we have enjoyed the memorial, the beauty of it, and the way it was designed. It was just fantastic.
Thank you very much.
His life, like that war, found victory in defeat.
It's really nice. You did a good job.
For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News,
Appreciate that.
Pearl Harbor.